Man, for a really short book here, this one really packs a punch. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Seasons of Albadone, and this is by Elan, Marche, and Christopher Warman. And this is one that was the one that was voted for me to read next. I ended up doing my I need to read one of these books. Had you guys vote because I couldn't decide, and this one won. And also realized it was super short, and so I'm like, yeah, it was pretty perfect. It was very easy to get through, and so jumped into this one. And I'm really glad that this one did end up winning because I really had a good time with this one, and it was just a very easy to read book, but one that have packed, like I said, a lot of great stuff in there. So I will note, despite the fact that this is so short, it took me forever to read because I was just having not a lot of reading time early on in the month when I was first doing this, and so it took me way longer than it should have for such a short book. But let's talk about what this one is because I did thoroughly enjoy it. And it's a book, but it's a collection of 4 different kind of shorts that are set in the same world and somewhat intertwined, and they do go along kind of with the seasons as well. We start with a young enchantress who is hoping to learn and become a full enchantress in her own right. A father who is a drunk and is trying to find a way to help his sick daughter. We have a foreman of kind of a sort of mining operation, sort of other stuff going on there, but kind of the idea of progress versus nature, and then kind of those effects on the environment. And then we have probably the most, gosh, a lot of these were very sad and kind of heartbreaking, but we have a mother who's gravely injured along with her infant child who's gravely injured, and she's traveling trying to find help for that child. And so it's these 4 stories that are told, and it doesn't immediately you don't immediately see how they're going to intertwine, although they very much do. But they have a kind of very fairy tale-esque feel, although with some really unique elements and the things that are put into the world as well. This one opens up with some creation mythos about how the world was created and these different magical creatures. We do get a glimpse at least one of these magical creatures in here as well, in a pretty big way. But really what we're following more so is the people, and the characters are very well developed, especially for shorts, and I liked the format of how it interwove. Now, it's my understanding that there is another book here that is a little bit different and is more so normal kind of novel and not intertwining shorts, but based on what was set up here and the way it was done, which was really, really good, I would definitely be interested in checking that out. I have to say this one too is this is maybe the first thing that I've read since having a baby that's kind of just made me really look at it, because there were several things in here, like I said, involving there's one involving a father and his sick daughter, and him trying to find something because he's a drunk and a failure, but he's going to try and seek out a wishing tree to help. And then the other end one too, where there's a mother and her gravely wounded infant, and I'm just like, man, those things hit a little bit harder when I had gosh, it's been another month, so I don't even know if I could say newborn now, but it's those things definitely hit, and so I feel like that also added to the emotional punch that this had. But it was really, the tales were really well crafted, and there's a variety of themes here with those looking for power. There's kind of an underlying threat and this idea of nature and preserving it. So you have that kind of environmental look, like I commented there as well. But you also have these mythical creatures. You have a lot of looks at sacrifice, and it's just a lot of really great stuff here in a very quick to get through kind of format, which I think is great. I've mentioned before, I always feel like we need more short books in fantasy, because I love my long books, but it's so nice to be able to actually read something quickly. And I tell you what, in this month, when doing the Battle of the Bands readathon, I was co-captaining Team Action. I stacked in a lot of short books because my reading time's a little bit limited, and it was kind of nice though, feeling like I actually still got through quite a lot of stuff, even though it was shorter and there's some rereads in here. But this was a really great start to it, and one I definitely recommend checking out, just because of the fact that, like I said, it's very short. So like worst case, even if you're not like a huge fan, it's a very small commitment. But I think even if you're not big into the fairy tale kind of thing, because I am personally not, it's not something that normally works out that well to me. This has some of that feel for sure, but it's not. I guess it's not like over the top really hitting it there, because it feels more like it's these character focused stories where we're seeing this. And even though it's a short time, we're getting to learn these characters, their history, we see why they are the way that they are, and focus a lot on that while balancing it really well with the world building, which I think is what helps. Because I have read, I feel like lately, a lot of things that are more character focused, and that I've really enjoyed, even though I'm not primarily a character reader, but I think when you balance that really well with the interesting bits of the world and what's going on, and the way this one ends too is like some big things happen, and it sets up quite a lot to go, but it also felt extremely complete at the same time. So that's where I don't know if we follow any of these characters in the next one or not, or if these were all one-offs. But I feel like either way, I feel like it'll work because of the way that this was written, and I'm very excited to see what more is going to be done in the world of Albadone. That's really it though for this one. So let me know your thoughts if you have read this one, and kind of your preferences with anything I mentioned, and short books, and all the different focuses as well. Always love to hear from you. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description as always for the Wizardly Enclave Discord if you want to chat books, whether this book, other books, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun and we'd love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.